Good morning. Welcome back to another one of our videos. Hold on, everybody. I'm trying to get my camera right here, and I don't think it's right. Hold on. No. Actually, it is right. Okay, well, anyway. It just spent all the way around. Like, I don't know what the heck is going on. But anyway. Okay, yes, right. So I got this camera now, and it moves with me, which is great. But anyway, I want to say welcome back to another one of my videos. And today I'm just going to talk to you a little bit about, regardless of what you do as far as a herbalist or a DT or a holistic master herbalist or vegan, whatever, no matter what we do, let me move over here a little bit. No matter what we do, as long as we're living on this earth, and as long as we are sharing the same toxic air and fumes that's out here in the world, sickness is going to try to come to you, okay? But the thing about us as vegans, as herbalists, is no such thing as that we can't get sick. The goal is how our bodies respond to it when it tries to come our way, or when it does come our way. When things try to invade our bodies that shouldn't be there. How well can our bodies respond to it? Not just me as a vegan and as a herbalist, but anyone. You want to have your bodies set up as a hostile environment to all toxins, to parasites. You want your body to look hostile to things that's not supposed to be inside of you, okay? So let me say it like that. And usually when I do my videos, I try not to use these big old words and big old phrases and things like that. I try to talk to you as if we're girlfriends sitting around this here table here in my store, in my office. Well, I'm in my store today. So I try to talk down to earth, and I try to use words where everybody understands. Because I'm going to tell you something. Many years ago, when I first started herbalism back in the early 1980s, you know, I used to sit with some sisters, and they were using all these big words and things like that, and I didn't understand that. You know, I didn't understand, like, what are you talking about? What are you saying? So when it was broken down to me, I understood it better. And I also understand that when people are fresh coming into herbalism, or they're trying to heal their bodies, sometimes people don't understand the Latin part of herbs. You know, they may not understand let me give you an example. Let me try to find something around here. Okay, they may not understand sometimes when you say, hey, you need black seed oil. I mean, they understand when you say black seed oil, but you may say you need some Nigeria or Nigeria. And they're like, what is that? But if you say, look, girl, you need some black seed oil. Oh, okay. So sometimes the Latin phrases of herbs you can't use. Everyone understands maybe turkey rhubarb or just rhubarb, but they don't understand the Latin part of it that is spelled, can I see over there? The Latin part, let me get this, hold on. The Latin form of turkey rhubarb is room, not R-O-O-M, but R-H-E-U-M, palmatum. Okay, so if I tell you to go and get you some room palmatum, you're going to say, what are you talking about? But if I say go and get some turkey rhubarb, most of the time you can Google that, or you can look it up, or you can go to your health food store, anywhere. You can get it from me, and you understand it better. But anyway, make a long story short, let me put this back so I won't forget where it came from. But anyway, to make a long story short, I want to talk about osteoarthritis. And the reason why I want to talk about osteoarthritis is because, you know, I'm a very busy person, okay? I'm a very busy person. And a lot of times, I don't take care of myself the way I'm supposed to. So, back in 2013, I started aching all over, like just pain all over in all of my joints, here, my knuckles, my fingers, all of my joints, my hip joints, everything. I started aching a lot and pain and more at night, all the way from 2013 up until about maybe 3 weeks ago. That's a long stretch, right? That I had been ignoring my body. And I was always making up excuses about, oh, it's this, I'm stressed, it's this and that. Back in 2013, I thought, well, you know, I got 2 hair salons that I'm trying to run. I have a boutique that I'm trying to run. So I'm stressed. So up until about 3 weeks ago, it got, the pain got so intense that I decided to go get some tests ran and get some x-rays ran. So my x-rays showed, now this was 3 weeks ago. 3 weeks ago, my x-rays showed that what I was thinking that it was. So it was osteoarthritis in my knees, in my shoulder blades, in my elbows. Now, a lot of times, things like this can come from abusing our bodies with food years ago, and it can catch up with you now. Even though I'm vegan, even though I take my herbs every day, but if I was not vegan, and if I was not taking my herbal supplements every day, if I was not doing yoga and taking care of myself, this here probably would have had me wheelchair bound by now. And it would have gotten much worse. But let me say this. When I heard that news, I said to myself, this can't happen. I had a few things over the years that have tried to come to my body, and I checked it quick. I made my body a hostile environment for that ailment. Meaning, when you create a hostile environment on the inside of your body, any type of disease that's trying to come or that's there will disappear, especially if you're already vegan, you're already doing the things you're supposed to do, you're eating clean, you don't have a lot of junk food, you're working out, you're doing yoga, you're doing your stretches, you're meditating and all of that. It makes a big difference how the body responds to any sickness or ailment when you're having so many of these going in your body every day. See what's behind me? See that over there? Those are herbal supplements, okay? And they're all over this place. I have herbal supplements everywhere. But when you have a bunch of herbal supplements in your body, there's no way that your body cannot be a hostile environment on the inside. It's impossible. So 3 weeks ago, it was hard for me to get out of bed. It was hard for me to, even the joints here were hurting. It was hard for me to chew. It was hard for me to think. My knees were swelling. Everything, okay? And this is because I was missing some of my supplements because I was too busy working. I was missing some of my supplements and I wasn't doing the things that I was supposed to do that I had been doing for years. And sickness tried to invade. But 3 weeks ago, I couldn't do this. I couldn't do this, okay? Without hearing a lot of popping, I couldn't do this. I couldn't raise my leg this far up, okay? See this? See this? And I'm just showing you this. I couldn't do that 3 weeks ago without being in pain. Today marks 22 days since I have been on this new herbal remedy. So I'm going to tell you what I did. Of course, I never changed my eating habits, but it was just that I stopped meditating. I stopped doing my yoga. I stopped working out. I stopped drinking a lot of water because I was so busy here in the store working. And that's a no-no. That's a no-no. That right there, what I did, I don't want any of you guys to do because that is wrong. You're supposed to take care of self first. So let me tell you what I did. I did a 9-herb remedy. Okay. My herbal supplements were willow bark. I took white willow bark for the pain and the inflammation. Okay, not to cover it up, but to take the inflammation out of my joints. Once the inflammation is gone, the pain is gone. Okay. I took aloe vera from my aloe vera plant and I cut it up and I smashed it and I put it in a little bit of water and it was horrible. The most horrible bitter thing that you can even imagine. But I swallowed one piece of aloe vera plant, the plant from my plant in my home. I swallowed it every morning, okay? Then I also used Boswellia. Now, Boswellia is just frankincense. That's a Latin name for frankincense. I used frankincense oil and a carrier oil, and I rubbed it on my joints, okay? That's for pain and inflammation. Also, it's for anxiety, because when you have osteoarthritis, you have anxiety as well, okay? Also, I used Boswellia in capsules, all right? And I took one a day. Cat's claw. Cat's claw is an anti-inflammatory. I took cat's claw also on a daily basis. And I use cat's claw, and I use ginger root, which is also anti-inflammatory. Green tea, which is for inflammation, and pain and just more inflammation, okay? So I use the green tea, and in my green tea, I put the cat's claw and the ginger root, okay? So what I did was, now you can take either one of these, but I usually go full force with my herbs, okay? So I use them all, green tea, ginger, and cat's claw. 1/4 of a teaspoon of each in my cup of hot distilled water, okay, every single morning. Also, I sprinkled in there was some turmeric root, okay, about less than a 1/4 of a teaspoon. Now, if you guys want to, you can just get your herbs and you can just take them like this in your fingers and do like this in your cup. Okay? I did not strain anything. So I used cat's claw, ginger root, green tea, and turmeric. They are all anti-inflammatory. So I really triple-dippled myself on that, and that's okay. I also used Thunder God Vine as a supplement, and I took one a day. Or you can use it as a ointment. You can make it as an ointment by putting it in some shea butter and rubbing it on your joints. Now, when you go to the doctors, they don't, what they want to give you at the doctor, they want to give you some pills for inflammation and anti-inflammatory pills. Now, those pills that they're going to give you, that will eventually take out your, wipe your kidneys completely out. Then you're going to be on a medication for your kidneys and your, okay? You don't want that. I choose not to take those medications because, as you all know, I don't do any pharmaceutical medications at all, okay, for anything. So that list that I just gave you was for the anti-inflammatory remedy, okay? The aloe vera plant, every morning. Cut it, squeeze it in your water, drink it down. The plant, white willow bark, for the inflammation and the pain. You want to take the white willow bark, you can have it in capsules, and you can take 3 of those capsules a day. That's for pain and inflammation. The frankincense, you can take the frankincense in capsules, or you can have frankincense oil and you can put it in a carrier oil and rub it all over your joints. I use also for my tea, green tea, real green tea, like the matcha green tea. I used green tea, turmeric root, ginger, and cat's claw, okay? I put it all in a cup, 1/4 teaspoon, or a little bit less than 1/4 teaspoon, or you can get your herbs and sprinkle them in, however you want to do it. Stir it up, drink it all down while it's hot, okay? Thunder God Vine. You can use it as a supplement or you can use it topical, okay? However you want to do it. Now, those were my anti-inflammatory herbs for osteoarthritis. For my steroids, because they wanted to give me steroids at the doctor's office, which I'm never going to do that. That would be stupid for me, okay? Steroids. They wanted to give me some steroids. So for my steroids, I used vitamin D, magnesium, fenugreek, ashwagandha, and zinc. I took 1 capsule of each of those a day. Those were my steroids, okay? And also what you can use for steroids, you can use licorice root. Now, when you're doing these steroids, only do them for about 5 days, okay? Once again, if you're mixing them together, well, let me retract that. If you're mixing all of these together, if you're doing the vitamin D, the magnesium, the fenugreek, the ashwagandha, and the zinc, 5 days, okay? Now, if you don't want to do 5 days, you can use licorice root. Licorice root is known as a steroid, but an herbal steroid. So you can do licorice root. It can be in a tincture, extract tincture, or it can be just let me show you. Or it could be in a powder form, licorice root, okay? It could be like this. You just take it, about 1/4 of a teaspoon, put it in your water, and drink it down in your bottle of water. You can do that twice a day for about 5 days. Now, for cortisol, okay, cortisol, let's talk about cortisol. Cortisol is a steroid hormone that's produced by the adrenal glands, okay? And those sit on top of your kidneys, okay? That cortisol is sitting on top of your kidneys, which is released into the bloodstream, okay? Understand that. So your cortisol can act on many different parts of the body. And it can also, like, it also helps us, when it's sitting on top of your kidneys, it can also help the body respond to stress and danger. So you need cortisol, okay? So that's another thing that these herbs that I'm giving you can help to build cortisol also. It's a steroid hormone that's produced by the adrenal glands, which sits on top of our kidneys, okay? When it's released into the bloodstream, cortisol can act on many different parts of the body, and it can also respond to our stress and danger that's trying to invade inside of the body. Understand that. Also, what I started doing, I started walking a lot. Walking sends more blood and nutrients to your joints, to your knees, wherever the pain is. Also, what I did, I lubricated my joints. Let me tell you how I lubricated my joints. I lubricated my joints with 1 avocado a day, 1 teaspoon of olive oil a day, 1 handful of walnuts a day, 1 handful of almonds a day, 1 handful of chia seeds a day. And I also did 2 omega 369s. Even though they're not vegan and it's a fish oil, I did it because I needed it at the time, okay? I didn't have to do that, but I did it. And I'm just being honest with you guys, okay? And I also drank a half a gallon of water a day. That also lubricated my joints, all right? Now, another thing that when we go to the doctors, check this out. They never tell you what not to eat. They'll give you all these pharmaceutical drugs and then tell you, okay, see you in your next visit. But did they not tell us that if you eat white bread, fruit juices, sugar cereals, junk food, French fries, or even potato chips, that those things have solanine in them? So solanine aggravates arthritis, it aggravates inflammation, it aggravates your joints, it aggravates your bloodstream, it aggravates your kidneys, which all is going to lead to osteoarthritis. Eggplants, peppers, tomatoes, and potatoes, all of those have solanine in them. So if you don't know what not to eat, and you're taking even if you're taking these herbs that I just told you, but you're still indulging in white bread, white rice, grits, fruit juices, sugar cereals, junk food, French fries, potato chips, Doritos, anything that's got a lot of starch in it, eggplants, once again, peppers, tomatoes. If you're indulging in them, even if you're doing the herbs how I just gave you the recipe for, the remedy for, it's not going to help. It's not going to help. So a lot of times when we go to the doctor and we get our anti-inflammatory, we get our steroids, we get something to keep cortisol in our body. How can you keep the cortisol in your body and keep the cortisol sitting on top of the kidneys to protect invaders from coming inside the body when you're still eating the same foods that caused you to become sick, the same foods that caused you to have inflammation in your body and in your joints? And everything that I just read to you, now I don't do white bread, I don't do fruit juices, I don't do sugar cereals, but every now and then I have an Oreo. I was doing French fries, and I was eating some chips every now and then. So that let me know that this was the culprit. Tomatoes. I love tomatoes. I love peppers, and I love eggplants. See, when you're having osteoarthritis or things that's causing your body to be inflamed, things that's causing your body pain, anytime you're in pain, there's inflammation. When you're having these type of things that's going on in your body, all veggies are not for you. All veggies are not good for you. So don't believe the hype that just eat all your veggies, you'll be fine. Some of these veggies have things in it that you don't need. Just like for myself, I was eating tomatoes 90 going north. This is what all the inflammation stayed in my body about, because it has sola-9 in them. Eggplants, I was eating them 90 going north. When I let go the eggplants, the peppers, the potatoes, the French fries, all of that, even though it's a veggie, even though I'm vegan, but those foods were not for my system. Does not matter if they were a veggie. It wasn't for my system. Those foods keep inflammation in my body. When I let those foods go, those herbs, not those herbs, when I let those veggies go, and let that Oreo go, and that was hard, letting that Oreo go. I'm telling you, that was real hard for me. I'm not in pain anymore. I feel a little bit of something, but I am 98% better than I was. And don't ever let them tell you that once your cartilage is gone, it can't be built back up. Mine is in 3 weeks. So we have to understand that all veggies are not for us. You have to research your body. You have to learn your DNA. You have to really go deep within and find out what's for your body, what's not for your body. You have to eat things and wait about 72 hours and see how you're going to respond to it, see how the body is going to respond to it. You have to do a whole graphic on your body. You have to really scan your body with your brain. We have to know how to scan through our body with our brain. So that's what this video was all about, guys. It was about me and osteoarthritis. And now, and let me say this. You have to really be ready for the fight when you're fighting any type of autoimmune disease, because osteoarthritis is autoimmune. But anything that comes in the body can surely be taken out of the body. I use myself all the time as an example, and I'm going to tell you this. A lot of herbalists that you talk to, a lot of herbalists that you see on social media, even on YouTube, they would never tell you when something is trying to invade their bodies. They would never tell you that, because they want to keep everything a secret and make you guys think, oh, I never get sick. We do get sick. You're not human if you don't get sick. For God's sakes, come on now. Yes, I get sick. Now, I haven't had the flu or even a cold or a sniffle or any kind of congestion in over almost 30 years, 29 years. Now that I don't get colds, I don't get viruses, I don't get coughing, I don't get any of that. But osteoarthritis that I have comes from junk food, period. Junk food. And years ago, I was a big junk food eater. Even though I stopped, but I still did damage to my body. But now, I am 55 years old, going on 56. And anything that comes to my body, anything that tries to come, my cortisol that's sitting on top of my kidneys, it allows my body to know when danger is coming. okay? And that's what you want. My body tells me when danger is coming. My body tells me when danger is trying to invade, because I take Herbal Supplements 90 going north all day, every day, all day long. This is what I do. I do yoga every morning, but I neglected myself. And when I tell you, it was a fight for the last 3 weeks to get my body back right. But here's the thing. Look how my body responded to osteo. Look how my body responded to osteo just in 3 weeks. 3 weeks. 3 weeks. And I have this remedy on our website, but I'm going to upgrade it and put everything in it that I did. And I'm going to make up the packets probably later on today or something like that. But yeah. Oh, and another thing. I also took 2 Cascara capsules. 2 Cascara capsules every night before I went to bed. Because when you have any ailments in your body, if your colon is not thoroughly clean, those little parasite eggs and those parasite mommies will for sure send plenty of toxins to the body, and it's going to send off more inflammation that you don't need. So see, the intestinal tract, the gut, and the colon needs to be very, very clean and clear when you're trying to fight off anything, okay? Anything, any type of ailment, any type of disease, you got to fight it with also keeping that colon cleansed. So yeah, that's what today's video was all about. Me and osteo of the past, okay? And I'm going to come back today with another video today. Maybe not today, maybe tomorrow. You know what? I have, you know what's overwhelming? I have so much information for you guys that really, when you guys don't see me for about 2 weeks, it's because I'm struggling. I really struggle with what to give them next. Oh, let me get this out my folder. Let me talk about this. And I struggle with what to tell you guys because I have so much up here. So I get so overwhelmed because I have so much information that you wouldn't believe it. At least 11,000 pages. Seriously. Yeah. That I have to give you. And it's overwhelming because I want to give it all to you, but I just can't. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to stop beating myself up about that and just give it to you as I can, because that's all I can do. You know, but I have to work here in my store. I have to have my store open. I have website orders coming in galore. And it's only me working for right now. I have an assistant who's handling my social media. I also have an assistant that's working part-time to help me here and here. But to be honest with you, I need 10 assistants. I really do. I need 10. I need 10 assistants. 10 good assistants. But, okay. That's what this video was all about. Me and osteo of the past. Talk to you guys later. See you in the next video. And if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. Comment in my video. I need your comments. I want to hear what you got to say. Like, subscribe, comment, and share. Peace and blessings.